Hi, I'm Sam Nordberg and welcome to the Truth About segment where I share the nitty-gritty truth about running a business with you, not just the pretty high teas and dinner dates, but the actual stuff that goes on behind the scenes. And I've had a couple of requests come in, so this week we're going to focus on balancing running a business and having kids, and it's not pretty. Number one, you can probably tell that it's pitch black. If you can see outside, it's black, 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 black. And that's just because it's late at night. And the reason it's late at night is because I've only just got everyone into bed 4 times, I think, when they come back out again, and dealt with the dogs and dealt with the dishwasher and dealt with everything else. And that's kind of what it's like sometimes, because that's what life is like. They always say that mums who have a full-time job and balance raising kids it's a hard slog, and it is. But the thing is that running your own business and raising kids is just as hard, if not harder. You see, at least with a 9 to 5 job, you know your hours are 9 to 5 Monday to Friday, and daycare works around that, and school hours work around that, and everything else. The downside of running your own business is that it's not always 9 to 5. As you can see, it's well past 5. In fact, we're well past the 9, but on the other end of the scale. And it's a bit like that. I was sharing with a friend just last week that I still have the same trials and tribulations that every other mum has. In fact, trying to get everyone to school by 9 a.m. last Friday to be at a 9:30 appointment. At 20 past 8, I started yelling at everyone to get in the car. You know, the first, okay, it's time to get in the car. 20 minutes later, I had 3 children in the car. No, actually I didn't. I had 2, because when I decided to ride to school, I didn't even have to take 3. 20 minutes. Where's your shoe? I don't know where my shoes are. Find your other shoe. I don't know where it is. You need to put both on. Stop patting the dog. Turn off the iPad. I screamed, I yelled. Any negotiation skills I once had went out the window. Any patience or calm or logic that I have when I'm dealing with adults went out the window. And it took me 20 minutes to get a 5-year-old and a 7-year-old in the car. I'm not proud of it. I'm really not proud of it. Actually, it was horrible. It really wasn't pretty at all. And the thing is, though, that this happens. Yeah, this is normal, and this was, unfortunately, that was my morning. I did notice about halfway through the morning, probably in the middle of yelling, get in the car, that I looked down and I had my pants on inside out. Not back to front, but completely inside out, so you could see all the seams running up the side of my legs. It was one of those mornings. I think the thing is that people expect me to have this ideal answer, that my life is all pretty and perfect and everything balances out just right, and it really doesn't. You know, my mornings sometimes is just as shitty, and it does take me 20 minutes to get the kids in the car, and I do still have to feed the dogs and everything else, and all that stuff has to happen, and it doesn't get necessarily any easier. I'm really sorry. All I do get is I get better at focusing on the time that I do have when I have it. So when I have time, I have very specific outcomes for my business. When I have time, I have very specific things I want to do. So like tonight, it might be 9:30 at night, but my specific things are record videos, send blogs, blah, 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 blah. So I know what I need to achieve, and I know the times I need to achieve it in. And what that does is it makes you really, really productive in really short periods of time. I think that's the honest truth, is you just have to start getting really used to smashing out tasks in really, really, really tiny little gaps, because sometimes that's all that you have, and you're just going to have to use it that way. So this was a bit of a ramble, but I kind of just wanted to say that running a business and dealing with kids at the same time isn't perfect, and it isn't happy, and you know, there's pretty TV ads of mums getting ready for schools and serving their kids cereal and stuff. It's not like that. It's trying to force someone to sit down long enough to get a couple of spoonfuls in their mouth while trying to like brush the tangles out their hair at the same time. It's not fun. It never is, and it's not any better when you work for yourself, because I still have deadlines and I still have meetings to get to, and I still have times that I have to do things by. So yeah, sorry, it's not much better. I guess what I want to tell you though is there is hope, which is you can still run a very active, successful business around all that. Family life will always be family life. It will always have its ups and downs, but that doesn't have to stop you running the business you want to have. And hell, when you can afford a nanny and she can do all that morning stuff for you, go for it. I know that's the first thing on my list. So make the most of what you've got, but really start to make the most of the time that you've got, because the time you do have is your most productive time. Now, I have an ex, and we have a custody share with the kids, so it means I do have some additional time sometimes as well, but that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. So that was Truth About. Sometimes Truth About's really depressing, actually, I'm sorry. If you like the video, feel free to give it a like. I would love if you'd like to see more of this stuff, make sure you hit the subscribe button, and if you have a truth about segment that you'd love to hear about, make sure you drop me a note and let me know, and I will see what I can do. And as always, I will see you in the next video.